Hello Easier Swing family, and welcome to our brand new studio. And we're going to show you today a really easy fix for something that we know bothers a lot of golfers, and that is losing a bit of distance as they get older. And in this video I want to show you a really simple way to solve this problem. A lot of golfers are completely unaware of what it is that's causing that problem, that loss of distance, and so I'm going to show you the really simple way to get those yards back, and that's coming up in the video right now. So we're here at the 18th at St Andrews, the famous last hole on the open course. And what we're going to do is just take an easy swing and just see what happens. Can we get anywhere near the road, which is a place that if you can drive it past the road, you've got a really easy pitch to the green. So let's just see what happens with an easy swing and if we can get anywhere near that. And yes, just over the road. So that was quite successful. So I'm going to show you the contrast that I see to what I've just done there with the average golfer. I'm just going to demonstrate it to you and then I'll explain it afterwards. So same setup. As we can see, that's got nowhere near the road, very low flight. The carry only 165 yards. So clubhead speed not too bad, but the carry distance is terrible. And that's what we've got to try and address. So why did that happen? Okay, so I'm going to use a tennis racket to demonstrate this because it's so visual, it's such an easy way to see this particular problem. Imagine if I wanted to actually hit this tennis ball as far as I possibly could. What would I do? Well, I'd bring the racket behind the ball and I would try and hit it so that it strikes the ball like that, and it's going to send the ball off in that kind of trajectory there. But what most golfers are doing when they're hitting the golf ball is they're doing this. They're coming at the ball from the outside here, a steep action onto the golf ball. And of course, as you can see, that's going to deliver the blow that's going to send the ball downwards, which would be useless. If you're on a tennis court, that's no use, it's never going over the net. So what are we going to do if that's your action? The incredible thing about this is that if that's the way you hit a golf ball, like that, your brain knows that that's wrong, and it knows that it's trying to get the ball up in the air and forwards. So what does it do? It actually allows you to move your body to try and present the club in a lofted position to get the ball up in the air. So you can see now all of a sudden, instead of moving forwards through the shot, I'm now moving backwards to try and get some loft onto this shot. Basically, it's all wrong. And so let's have a look and see how we can correct that with a golf club in the hand. So if you've just found Easier Swing, just come and join the thousands of golfers around the world who are finding an easier way to play the game. It's not technical, it's not difficult, anybody can do it, and you can improve your game in the simplest possible way. You just need to check out our website, easierswing.com. You can sign up for our newsletter. We've also got the Positive Impact Golf book there, where you can download the first few chapters and get a look at that, see what you think, and if you want to, you can get the rest of the book, and you can also have a look at our new book, The Easier Swing in Golf. So I hope you enjoy those resources. easierswing.com. So what causes this steepness and this outside angle of attack on the golf ball? Well, basically it happens in the backswing because we get told all our golfing lives, keep your head still, keep your lead foot firmly on the ground. Now if you do those two things, what that's going to do is that's going to limit the kind of width that you can get into your swing. You're not really going to get a good weight shift into your backswing, and that's going to force you to come down too steeply on the golf ball. Let me just turn sideways on so you can see that. I'm keeping my lead heel firmly on the ground, I'm keeping my head still, and no matter how hard I try, I'm going to struggle to get the golf club to come down on the inside path here. It's going to want to come this way towards the ball, steep and outside and downwards. And that's what's giving you the big problem. So let's just look and see what could we do as an alternative to that. Well, the first thing is let's get some movement into the action. Let's get that lead heel to come off the ground, or allow it to come off the ground. Let's allow ourselves to get a freer movement, which actually works like this. You can see my weight shifting much more easily. And notice, as I do that, it's a very natural, easy action. As I do that, my head moves from side to side. Now, I would really recommend senior golfers who need some extra power to allow yourself to get that movement into your swing, because I know you've been told all your lives to keep your head still, but actually if you do that, you are really limiting your movement. You're making it very difficult for yourself. And actually, particularly with a driver in your hand, a little bit of movement in the head there will really help you to create width in your swing. And what that's going to do is the bottom of your golf swing is going to become much more shallow rather than steep on the golf ball like this. And the minute you can do that, you can now start to actually hit the golf ball right up the back and actually deliver a blow that's going to send the ball upwards. It will increase the dynamic loft of your driver and get you hitting the ball with a much higher flight, which will go much further. So let's just see if we can put that into action. Okay, so let's just think about that. Once again, I'm just going to give myself that reminder. There we go, moving myself freely and easily, not restricting myself through the swing. So I do that, let myself go, and let's see what happens. Yeah, we got over the road. So let's just take a look at those stats. Clubhead speed's risen up, about 10 miles an hour more clubhead speed. And that's not with any more effort, that's just literally allowing myself some freedom in my swing. Secondly, carries 245 yards. I mean, that's 80 yards longer than that previous shot, and a total of 263 yards. Ball speed and clubhead speed, yeah, very happy with that. 102 miles an hour, 149 miles an hour ball speed. That shows a good smash factor. In fact, 1.45 is just about perfect with a driver. Spin rate may be a tiny bit high at 3,000 RPM, but that's not too big a worry. And so really the key thing here is thinking about that movement that allows me to move freely, to use my body weight, to take the strain out of my golf swing and deliver a really nice impact to the golf ball. So just to recap, remember the fact that if you're being restricted in your golf swing, if you're keeping your lead heel on the floor, you're keeping your head still, you're limiting the amount of width that you can get into your swing. Width and weight transference, both of those things get compromised if you're too static. And what that then does with that narrower swing, it makes it very difficult to get the golf club on the inside. Remember the tennis racket coming down towards the impact there and hitting downwards as you're striking the ball. This is what I see so commonly with the senior golfers. You need to actually get that movement so that you can get the golf club to hit into the back of the golf ball, rising as it's hitting the golf ball. That's a very important element with a driver. When the ball's on the tee peg, the club wants to be rising as it's coming to it, presenting plenty of loft. You need about, roughly speaking, 13 to 15 degrees of dynamic loft to get the ball to an optimal distance from the tee. If you're taking it away at sort of 6 or 8 degrees of loft, then it's going to go off way too low. It's not going to carry. It might run, but it depends if the conditions are wet or it's a bit cold or anything like this, the ball isn't going to run. So you want the flight of the ball, you want it up in the air to get it as far as possible. So remember those few key points: plenty of movement, allow your head to move, allow your heel to come off the ground, transfer your weight right into your right side in the backswing, and from there you can move into the back of the golf ball and deliver a lovely blow. So let's just have one final go, see if I can get it over that road once again. Now I'm just going to remind myself, La Dance de Golf is the absolute template. It really helps you to get that feel of move and turn. Look how I'm turning there really easily. It's not difficult, it's not strained, but if I do keep my head still and my heel on the ground, it's so difficult to get that turn. So let's see if we can get the turn, and let's deliver one final one, hopefully over the road. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice pitch to the green. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope that's going to help you to grab back some of those valuable yards. And if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to tell your friends. See you again in the next video. Bye.